Hello class, good morning. So today let's talk about dividing fractions. Let's start. Okay, 1 part times number of parts is whole. Whole times number of parts, or divide. Number of parts is equal to 1 part, and whole divided by 1 part is equal to number of part. Example, 1 part is 1/3. So let's say that there are 3 parts. 1/3, 1/3 plus 1/3 or 1/3 times 3, the answer is whole. So it means this is the whole one. So next, we have 1/3, that is 1 part, and the number of parts is 1, 2, 3. Next, whole divided by number of parts is equal to 1 part. Another example. So let's say this is the whole. Then the number of parts is 4. So whole divided by the number of parts, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. So since this is 4, it means that 1/4 in every part. So whole divided by number of parts is equal to 1 part. 1 part. So if we have whole and we divide it into 4 parts, the answer is 1/4, and 1/4 is equal to 1 part of the whole. Next, whole divided by 1 part. So it means that this whole, we will divide it into 1 part. So since in 1 part we have 1/4, so if we will divide this whole, it is equal to the number of parts 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the whole, this one is the whole, this is 1 part, and the number of parts is 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 parts. So this is our first example, 2/3 divided by 4. In dividing fractions, we need to get the reciprocal. So 2/3 divided by, or so we just need to copy 2/3, then the reciprocal of 4 means the reciprocal of 4 is 1/4. Then proceed to multiplication. 2 times 1 is 2. 3 times 4 is 12. And we can simplify this fraction into 1/6. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 12 divided by 2 is 6. So the quotient of 2/3 divided by 4 is 1/6. So I will repeat, considering this one is the whole and this is the number of parts, and our answer is 1 part. So next example, 2/3 divided by n is equal to 1/6. So if this is the case, the dividend is given and the quotient is also given, and we need to find for the divisor. Just divide the dividend and the quotient to get the divisor. So 2/3 divided by 1/6. So copy 2/3, Then get the reciprocal of 1/6, and that is 6/1 or 6. Then proceed to multiplication. 2 times 6, the answer is 12. 3 times 1, the answer is 3. If we simplify our answer, n would be 4. So our n is equal to 4. But what if the missing is the dividend? For example, we have 4 divided by n. So what are you going to do to find the dividend? Simply multiply 4 to 1/6, or multiply the divisor to the quotient. So 4 times 1/6, the answer is, you can just put 1 here. 4 times 1, 4. 1 times 6 is 6. 4/6, or we can simplify it to 2/3. By dividing 4 divided by 2, the answer is 2. 6 divided by 2, the answer is 3. We're done on how to simplify fractions, so I will not discuss it anymore. So n is equal to 2/3. Now you can see the relationship of the dividend, divisor, and the quotient based on our examples. So this is our next examples. 1/3 divided by 3 and 3 divided by 1/3. So they are different. Because in 1/3 divided by 3, 1/3 will be divided into 3. And in 3 divided by 1/3, the part of, or 3 will be divided into 1/3 in each part. So let's solve. So 1/3 divided by 3, get the reciprocal of 3, and that would be 1/3. So the answer is, multiply the numerator, then multiply the denominator. 1/3 divided by 3 is 1/9. Next, 3 divided by 1/3. So get the reciprocal of 1/3, and let's put 1 here. So numerator times numerator is 9, then denominator times denominator is 1, or 9. So this is their difference. 1/3 divided by 3 is 1/9. 3 divided by 1/3 is 9. So here is the problem. A group of pupils donated 67.5 kilograms of old newspapers to help the fire victims. How many pupils donated? If each pupil brought 1/2 kilogram of old newspapers, so 2 1/4 kilogram of old newspapers. For us to know how many pupil brought 2 1/4 kilogram of newspaper, we need to divide it to the total, okay, kilogram that they donated. So 67.5 divided by 2 1/4. So we need to convert this first in improper fraction before we solve. 2 times 67, the answer is 134, plus 1, 135. Then copy the denominator, which is 2. Then next, 4 times 2 is 8 plus 1. The answer is 9 over 4. So, 135 over 2. Then, to proceed in multiplication, just get the reciprocal of 9/4, which is 4, 9, then multiply. So, if we will multiply this one, 135 times 4, the answer is 540. Then multiply the denominator, the answer is 18. Then we need to simplify our answer. So 540 divided by 18. So 18 divided by 54, the answer is 3. 3 times 18, 54. Then 54 minus 54, 0. Then bring down the next digit, which is 0. 0 divided by 18 is 0. 0 times 18 is 0. So the quotient is 30. It means that there are 30 pupils donated 2 1/4 kilogram of old newspapers. 30 pupils. So here is our next example. Rafael traveled 27 km in 3/4 hour. If he traveled at the same rate, how far he can travel in 1 hour? Let's say this is the whole hour. Okay, since he traveled 3/4 hour, so let's divide this into 4 equal parts. Okay, and he traveled 3/4 for 27 kilometer, or 3/4 hour in 27 kilometer. So let's say this one is 27 kilometer. So he traveled this part in just 3/4 hour. So we need to know how many kilometer in each part. So since we have 3, just divide the numerator to the total number, or the kilometer, which is 27 kilometer, and 3/4 hour, or let's make it 3. So the answer is 27 divided by 3 is 9. It means that 9 kilometer in each part. So if 9 kilometer in one part of the whole, so it means that 9 also in the remaining part, to make it 1 hour, because this whole is equal to 1 hour. So if that's the case, it means that in whole hour, or in 1 hour, he can travel 9, 18, 27, 36, or 4 times 9. So in 1 hour, he can travel 36 kilometer. For your activity, answer practice A on page 105. Take a photo of your answers, send it by private message, deadline September 29.